What's up, Exploders? Today I have another new product for you, and this one takes care of a problem that a lot of us YouTubers, people who film, and people who hate external battery packs have. You can see the product here already installed on the gun, and I have two versions as you would get them if you purchase one sitting here on the side. So what this is a riser slash battery keeper and compartment. Now we all know what risers are. They do exactly as the name says. They lift your scope, your optic up off the rail to give you a little more clearance. A lot of airsofters use them because we use face protection, especially something like a paintball mask. You really need to put that optic much higher to be able to actually look into it. Otherwise you're tilting your head 90 degrees, and not only is that uncomfortable, you're probably not making very good shots. So since we're already putting the riser on, why not make it something practical? And that's exactly what I set out to do here. This riser has an empty cavity inside into which you could put whatever you want. Now for me, I'm using it for a large power bank that powers my zoom camera. I've been playing with the sniper rifle a lot lately, and not recording zoom footage while playing as a sniper, you might as well not make the video at all. So I can't really afford to not record any of the shots because that footage is then totally garbage from my first person point of view. So I have it constantly powered on this power bank. You might be thinking, I'm not planning on making sniper scope footage, so what use do I have for this? Well, you can have a lot of uses for it. Since it is just an empty cavity, as you can see here, you could put whatever you want in there. One good use would be a battery. So here I have 11-1 LiPo. It slides right in, plenty of room for the charging cable to hide in there, and then you have an outlet out the front that you could run the cable and plug into the gun. So that's definitely something a lot of us AEG users can use, and it's a much cleaner solution than, let's say, a peg box, which then takes up top of the rail space, or my least favorite, which is the battery bag that is just stuck on the side of the gun. So this accessory keeps it nice and clean and very discreet, but you have ample room for a smallish to medium size LiPo battery in there. Another use is you could put some tools in here. Put them in the baggie, maybe some Allen wrenches you need in the field to adjust the hop up or to adjust the pressure if you're running an HPA gun. Or you could even put snacks in here or extra BBs. Basically, it's extra storage on your gun that otherwise would just be a big hunk of metal, adding weight and adding bulk to the gun. So it's taking something that's wasted and making it something that's useful and practical. You can install this rail in two ways. If you have a gun like this SRS here, which has no front optic, it just has a continuous rail front to back, you could simply slide the thing over it to the place where you need it. Now if you have something like an M4 with a fixed front post, what you do is you figure out where you want the rail to go or clear the front post, and then simply clamp it onto the rail. After that, you need to insert your two screws, which are not supplied. They are number 8, 1 1/4 inch. You need two, one for the front, one for the back. If you are planning on using a power bank in here, I recommend this exact one. I will have a link to it in the description. You can get it off Amazon. It's about 10 bucks. Real simple, real easy. I designed the mount around it because it was really small. It was a good length for the typical span of scope rings and fits in here perfectly. So if you want to have a trouble-free installation, I would recommend getting this exact power bank. But I have all the dimensions mentioned in the description and on the product side. So if you want to put something else in there that is not in this video, feel free to check it out, make sure everything fits. To install this power bank, what you want to do is open the front door of this mount. And to do that, you squeeze the two little tabs at the bottom. They release the gate, it swings all the way up. And make sure you don't have your screws in when you're inserting it, because they also keep it locked in. You can have the back screw in, but leave the front one out. So slide it in, and then insert the front screw. You'll notice the power bank cannot move forward and back now because the tolerances are so tight. The height of the screw keeps the power bank from moving forward. After you do that, insert the USB cable. Put the power bank in sideways. This way the cable comes out sideways and does not get in the way of the door. What I did on my rifle here is I also made an opening on the side that allows me to push the button on the side here that then powers up the power bank and in turn can power up the camera. Sometimes when you simply plug the camera into the power bank, nothing will happen because the power bank is off. So you need access to this power button. So if you're using this exact same power bank, I would recommend drilling a hole, same manner that I did here. This will allow you to get easy access to the button and simply give it a quick press to power up the power bank, and then whatever's on the other end of it. The reason I left the hole uncut is because if you're putting something else in here like tools or BBs or LiPo battery, you don't need this hole, so you kind of have to customize it to whatever your needs are. Once the power bank is in, you have the cord out here, and then you could run it to the camera, or if you put a LiPo in there, you could run it connected to the gun. The mount comes in two configurations. They're almost exactly the same. The only difference is one has an option for level on the back, just like I have it here on my SRS. If you're actually putting this on a sniper rifle, it's nice to have a level when you're zeroing the rifle and when you're testing it. This allows you to have the rifle canted at the same angle every time. So if you're testing for hop, you're making sure you're putting out the same shot every time. I find it pretty useful, but it's definitely completely optional. Some people think it's nonsensical to have a level on your gun. So there you go, guys. That's the new product. I'm calling it the Riser / battery keeper / storage. So whatever you want to put in there, you now have a nice sizable cavity for a few different things you could carry in the field. Definitely the most practical is a battery because it was designed for that. But you know, your imagination is your only limit. If you want to pick one up, definitely check out BrainExploderCreations.com for this mount and many others. And stay tuned for more inventions, creations, and gameplays. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.